Hi everyone, this is Ambroise from Moto Plaisir Motorcycle Rental in Geneva. In this video I'm going to show you the controls of this 2023 BMW F750 GS. So this motorcycle is keyless, as they say. It still has a physical key for the cases and to access under the seat. But you just have to keep this in your pocket and you switch on the bike pressing this button. On the left side here you have this button to flash that you push forward for high beam. This button is for the cruise control. You slide it to the right. You can then set the speed. Once the speed is set, you can accelerate or slow down. If you touch the clutch, brakes, or you can even push back the throttle, the bike will stop cruising and you can resume pulling this lever. You can also switch off the cruise control like that. This button is for the LED daylight. When you have the little A here, that means automatically the bike will switch to the main light if you enter a tunnel or if it gets dark. Whatever this button has been pushed or not, there will always be something on in the front of the bike. This button is for the hazards, nothing much to say about that. So this is the menu button that you can press up or down. When you are on the main screen and you press it up, you can browse through a lot of information on top of the screen. You have information related to the trip meters, trip 1 and 2. You also have the tire pressure, the range, and the fuel gauge. When you press down the menu button, you enter the menu of the bike. You can navigate through the different items of the menu, pushing this wheel to the right or to the left. And to enter one of the items, you press down. In the My Vehicle menu, the first page is about the condition of the bike. There is no default at the moment. You have the coolant temperature, tire pressure, range, and battery voltage. You have the onboard computer 1. You press down on the menu button to choose if you want to reset all the values or just some of them. And you press the menu button up to go back. I push the wheel to the right to enter the trip computer. This one can be set to reset automatically every day. This is another display for the tire pressure, depending on the weight that is on the bike, and it will show you the actual tire pressure. And these are the service requirements. If you have the BMW Motorrad app connected on your phone and your phone connected to the bike, you will be able to display navigation instructions on the screen here. This will not show you the map, but only navigation instructions. Same thing with the BMW Motorrad app and the headset connected to the bike. You will be able to control your music from the handlebar, as well as answering your phone calls. In the settings of the bike here, you can adjust the riding modes if you want all of them to appear or not. You can adjust the alarm system if you want it to alarm automatically or not. This is about the tire pressure, if you want a warning or not, and the lights. You can turn on the comfort turn indicator. That means the turn indicator will be off automatically. In the system settings here, you will be able to change the units or the language. Connections. Here you will be able to add your phone connected to the bike. The display, you can change the brightness of the screen, or you can also select what will appear in the status line here in the top right corner. So you can select or unselect. And that's about it in the settings of the bike. Here, this button is for the ABS and traction control. I suggest you leave it on all the time. This button is to set the suspension. During the ride, you will be able to change the setting of the rear damper to the road or dynamic setting. It will be stiffer on the dynamic setting. And on the right here, you can see the preload of the suspension. To set the preload for 2 people on the bike, you press and hold the button. The engine has to be running, so you choose the right setting for you. Turn signal, right, left, push to cancel. Nothing much to say about that. Horn is here. Here on the left side of the screen, you have a 12-volt plug, DIN size. On the right side of the screen, you have a USB plug. This is a rectangular standard USB plug that you can use to charge your phone if you like. This button is to switch off the bike, and to lock the steering, you use the same button. You press and hold. So you lock the steering only when the bar is turned to the left. This button, it's the emergency call to a BMW call center. When you press that button, the BMW call center is able to localize the bike and send you some help. This button is for the heated grips. Just press on the button. There is 3 different settings. This button is for the riding mode. On this bike with the Pro package, you have 4 riding modes: enduro, rain, road, and dynamic. So this will change the throttle response, ABS, and traction control. This button is to kill the engine. You press down to start. The fuel cap is keyless. I currently cannot open the fuel cap because the bike is on. I have to switch off the bike first, so I can open the fuel cap. Of course, when you go away from the bike, the fuel cap is locked. You access under the seat with the key of the bike. You turn the key to the right and you lift the front of the seat. You will find under the seat a high visibility jacket that is mandatory to have somewhere in the bike, as well as a toolkit. You use the key of the bike to lock the cases. So like this, the cases are locked. You cannot press the yellow button. To open the cases, you press the yellow button, and you press the yellow button again, and then you pull on the lid. All the 3 cases are expandable. You have a lever here that you can rotate, so you have 5 more centimeters of depth on all the cases. If you don't need that extra space, I recommend that you ride with the cases not expanded. To take the case off the bike, you have to lift this red lever that unlocks this one that you can lift as well. So you just have to pull the case up. You have 3 points to attach the case on the back. You have 3 points to attach the case on the bike. You start with the bottom one first, and then you line up the other two. Make sure the two levers are horizontal so the case is properly attached to the bike. This bike is fitted with the quick shifter up and down. Thank you very much for your attention. Thanks a lot for watching. If you have any questions, you have my mobile phone in the top right corner of the rental contract. I wish you a great trip. Thank you. Bye.